Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading. And today I am going to be looking at Harry and Meghan's marriage, the state of their marriage this year. I know it's a bit of a tricky subject. Sometimes people write in the comments that they don't think it's appropriate to be looking at this, wishing divorce on a couple, but it's showing up in the cards, it's showing up in the Lovers in Reverse. I keep getting that card in the readings I'm doing. A separation, a split, unhappiness, regret about choices, and a lot of people are saying that they think this could be the year that the split happens. It may already have happened at some level, as I am seeing in my own cards and reading people's comments around on social media. A lot of people are getting the vibe from Harry and Meghan that they're pretty much a busted flush at this point. He looked dreadful, in my opinion, Harry, in that Better Up seminar that he did the other day. Really quite worrying. I did a reading on it, and I just am really quite disturbed when I see what he looks like now. He really looks quite ill, quite damaged, and despite all the work that he seems to have had on himself. And so I'm going to be looking now at the state of their marriage, and I'm putting the time frame on it of this year, 2022. How is their marriage going to be going in 2022? Are we looking at divorce in 2022? And we get the Page of Wands, which is the good news card. So underlying energy is that they are trying to start afresh. They are trying to restart their PR about themselves as a couple. They may have had a conversation about trying to put a good spin, because it's very PR related, the Page of Wands, trying to put a more positive spin on their relationship, trying to get out there and show themselves as being really successful and really happy together. But let's see what's really going on, the heart of this reading. Hanged Man in reverse, and that's action after a time of withdrawal, of contemplation, of delay. The Hanged Man card. There has been some limbo in their relationship, and always for me the Hanged Man is about sacrifice, is about putting someone else's needs before your own. Feeling victimized, feeling as if you are the scapegoat in a situation. But this card, Major Arcana, so it's a big deal for them, is in the reverse, and that means that after this period of limbo, of inaction, there is action in this relationship. Could be action in terms of walking away from it, but let's see. We are talking about that, so let's see what the challenge is for this couple, and the challenge is that they literally are stuck in misery. We can see that. I see it in the cards. We can see it just by looking at them, seeing what's going on with them, with all the failed ventures, and the real stricken look in Harry's eyes. Even in Meghan's, when she was doing that ridiculous stunt for Ellen, she just looked dreadful. If you had a close-up look at her eyes, stricken, both of them look stricken. And so Six of Swords, whatever you think of them as human beings, they are in tough times at the moment. They're in difficulty and I want to get out of it. The challenge is how to get out of it, because that Six of Swords is in reverse, and that means that it is going to be difficult for them to move on and get themselves, dislodge themselves from this stuck place that they're in, and actually manage to float this marriage again. This marriage looks like it's on the rocks from that Six of Swords in reverse, and that at least someone in this marriage is wanting to leave it, is tired of being the victim, is tired of feeling sacrificed. Probably both partners, because when you reach that stage in a relationship, you both feel that you are exhausted and you are sick of being abused and victimized and punished. A lot of punishment always energy comes to me from the Hanged Man, which is the heart of this reading. So however much they may put a spin on it this year, because we're looking at 2022 in its entirety, Both of these cards at the heart of this reading are difficult. Hanged Man in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse. What's going on behind the scenes with Harry and Meghan this year? They're working on things. They're working on their deals. I always see this with them. And people sometimes ask in comments how I can say that they are separated or separating when I still talk about them as together in business deals. And I always say, of course, when you're a couple, you have financial commitments together, whether it's just your mortgage, paying for children, things that may be going on with your children, whether it's school or a college, university, buying them a home, something like that. Depends what age you are, what stage you are in your life when you decide to separate from someone. But you've got commitments, you've got obligations, you've got bills to pay. With Harry and Meghan, you have business, 11 businesses that they have founded together, and so they have deals, they have contracts, they have all kinds of things tying them to each other. They have staff, they have people they have hired to produce content for them. That's what's going on behind the scenes. They are working very hard still behind the scenes to make these deals pay off and to deliver what they promised they would deliver. It's a teamwork card, it's the cooperation card. They're busy. They may hate the sight of each other at this point, but they are still committed to each other in terms of delivering and making money. And so their focus, let's see if that is true. Queen of Wands in reverse is Meghan Markle, of course, the fire sign woman. She is very unhappy, she's very angry, she's very frustrated, she could be very bitter at this point. She is not the shining light in the firmament that she thought she was going to be at this point. It's the actress card, the dynamic leader, the ideas person, very enthusiastic, very entertaining, very charismatic, but it's in reverse. So it looks like she is the problem in this relationship. It looks like Prince Harry is actually trying to work on things. I have read the Three of Pentacles as working on their deals together, because I just don't see them actually trying to work on their relationship at the moment. But the Three of Pentacles, of course, also to be charitable to them, could be that behind the scenes they are going to counseling with that Three of Pentacles, that they are trying to fix things, they are trying to put band-aids over the wounds in that relationship. But she is the one. We get the idea here, for me, with the Hanged Man, that is Prince Harry, who is tired of being punished and blamed. I would say that he is receiving a lot of blame at the moment for the way things have gone, possibly even blame for the decision to go overseas, because the Six of Swords is the card of international travel, and of course they left the UK to, I think, salvage their marriage. That seemed to be the threat that was on the table. Meghan, of course, was seen coming out of the National Theatre. I think the only time she ever bothered to visit one of her patronages. The National Theatre was used for that photo opportunity when she emerged from the theatre looking very angry and without her rings on. So Prince Harry got the message loud and clear: it's me or the royal family, and if it's me, we are leaving. But I think he's getting the blame for all of that now. Very angry woman there as the focus of this relationship. Very, very, very angry. And I always joke about the cockery and the dents in the walls and Prince Harry having to duck. Maybe that's why he got the haircut and the hair plugs. There might be some wounds there in that head of his that he doesn't want us to see. So let's see what's been going on in the past with them. Inability to manifest. And they thought that they were going to be able to produce the goods, to really persuade us with the Magician card, persuade us that everything was marvelous, that they were brilliant, that their relationship was brilliant, persuade each other even of that fact, because they seem to have bought into the narrative that they were the chosen ones, the amazing couple. William and Catherine, of course, very dull, very boring, showing up at events but then going home and not speaking to each other for weeks on end. But Prince Harry and Meghan Markle seem to have not been able to convince anyone of that story about themselves, that they are so in love, so amazing, so gifted, so talented, so desirable, and people are rushing to hire them, and all of that not working out in the past. What's going to be coming up in the near future for them. Well, 10 of Pentacles, that's the royal family card. That is in it still. So in the near future, they're not giving up just yet because they need that association with the royal family. It's the Platinum Jubilee year. They need to be seen with the royals. They need to be connected to them. They need elbow room on that balcony. And of course, Meghan, we've seen, is very good at elbowing her way through the crowd to the front of that balcony at Buckingham Palace. So it looks as if they're going to be showing up at events, or trying to show up at events, or at least putting PR pieces out about their relationship with the royal family and how they still belong and they are still much loved members of the royal family and all of that. And hello Netflix and hello Spotify, here we still are the happy couple and we are still very invested in this relationship and we are still very much connected to the royals. But individually, how are they feeling about this relationship as the year progresses? Prince Harry first, his attitude, wow. That's the kind of card I've been expecting to see in this reading. It hasn't really come up until now because they're trying to, as I say, glue the relationship back together for the sake of appearances. But he is very, very unhappy. Really, Ace of Cups in reverse. It's all over for Prince Harry. He's fallen out of love. He is very depressed, very miserable. A lot of crying over spilt milk with that card. A lot of regret, a lot of just wishing that things hadn't worked out the way they have. So Prince Harry is very miserable this year in his marriage. No matter what else is going on in his life, he's got big things coming up. He's got his book tour, all kinds of other activities allegedly being planned by Prince Harry, promotional activities and so on. But he is not thriving in that relationship. He absolutely is not thriving in it. Meghan, how is Meghan going to be feeling this year? Well, she is going to be putting a very brave face on it. She is going to be all out. Look at me, everything is marvelous. I am very successful, I am very abundant, I am very happy. The Sun card, when it's upright, is a card of just plain happiness, joy, in absolutely enjoying the limelight, enjoying the good things in life, very powerful. And so she is going to be in pursuing her own happiness, I would say, with that card. It's another Leo card. We've got the Queen of Wands up there in reverse, that she's very angry at the way things are going. She's going to be very focused on, I think, her own pleasure, her own abundance, her own joy, and making her own space in the sun, really, for herself, where she can be happy, where she can indulge herself, where she can be seen. She wants to be out and about. She wants to be noticed, because the sun is about being in the limelight, being in the spotlight. It's also the card of illumination, so there could be some clarity for her as to where she wants to spend the rest of her days, and setting out to find happier places for herself to be. It gives me very hot energy, that card, and I know that they are in California, which is of course the Sunshine State. Maybe she's going to stay in the Sunshine State and Prince Harry is going to leave with that Hanged Man in reverse. Very unhappy Prince Harry walking away from this. Let's see the hopes and fears for the couple in this year 2022. They're afraid that they have reached the end of the road with that Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Pentacles, of course, is solid progress. Slow progress, but stable progress. You're on the road. You're on the correct path. You've got that pentacle in your hand. You're going to deliver it safely. You're going to make more pentacles along the way. And loyal and faithful and true. And on you plod very slowly but determinedly towards your goal. It's in the reverse. So the road is blocked. The road has reached an end. They've fallen off the horse. I always look at that card as Prince Harry. It's the Knight of Pentacles, Earth sign man. Prince Harry, of course, is a Virgo. It's a prince. A knight is a prince in tarot. Prince has fallen off his horse, landed on his head, dropped the pentacle. They're afraid of that. Harry is afraid of it. I don't think Meghan Markle is afraid of it. She's got the Sun card. she's sorted. Whatever she's doing, she's going to make damn sure that she is successful, she is happy, and she is seen publicly to be successful and happy, no matter who has to be sacrificed along the way. And we have that sacrifice energy with the Hanged Man. So outcome for this marriage, and it looks like it's going to be going forward for a while yet. It does not look like divorce is coming up this year with the Chariot. They're going to drive forward because they are both equally determined, equally ambitious, equally intent on pursuing a certain path towards their own glory. And so however unhappy they may be, and however unhappy Prince Harry in particular is in this relationship, not yet, not over yet. It has got some distance to go. And I think my money is on 2023 when we're going to hear the news that they are separating. As far as I can recall, that is the timeline that came up for me when I did this reading I think it was a few months ago. Time does go by quite quickly, and it's hard for me to remember when exactly I did readings, but I know when I did a reading, divorce timeline reading, it looked as if they'd make it through 2022, and news would start to come out in 2023 that they were separating, and the actual divorce would be finalized in the years following that. So a slow journey still, but definitely unhappy. Definitely Meghan is wanting her own life, her own happiness, but still wanting and seeking publicity, and they are still invested in this connection with the royal family, and that will probably keep her with Prince Harry, however angry she is at the moment and through the course of this year, and angry and upset. They're going to stick together to make it through this year because of the Ten of Pentacles, which has shown up in the near future energy. Royal family, Jubilee. Can't let that one go by without exploiting it, benefiting from it, making sure that they are seen out and about to be part of this royal family, and a successful part of this royal family. We can't have Prince Harry skulking in the shadows at the back of that balcony and Meghan Markle sitting by herself in California. So brace yourself. We've got a journey still ahead of us with this Chariot card, and they're going to be pulling together for this year at least, because that is literally what the Chariot card means. Negative and positive energies pulling together, being controlled, the tension between those energies, negative and positive. And I don't mean negative isn't bad and positive isn't good, yin and yang, let's say. Energies pulling together, the tension between them, driving forward. They're in it because they're ambitious and they want certain level of success that they can only get as a couple associated with the royals. So that is the way things are looking for now with Harry and Meghan and their relationship for the year ahead. And thank you as ever for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.